Springtime is all about bright colors, pops of floral, so why not bring that same vibe into the kitchen? Today we have Karla Benitez from Lyoness Pastry Boutique to share baking recipes and inspiration perfect for the season. She actually wore the perfect color for this too. Karla, you've done it all. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having me today.
Thank you for being here. I just want to give people an idea that you are actually a very high-level chef that just happens to be working from home.
Yes.
So can you give me a bit of your baking history?
Yeah, so I actually went to Le Cordon Bleu in Ottawa, Canada. I studied French, exclusively French pastry there. I lived there around 2 years, fell in love with all things French pastry. Then I came back to Austin and I got my first job as a pastry cook at the Fairmont Austin. And I stayed there for about 6 years and all the way up until I became a pastry sous chef, and I absolutely loved it. And I just knew it was time to leave in order to open my own bakery.
To be your own entrepreneur, yes, and to have your own stamp on the world. So Lyoness has been around for a couple of years now, and Lyoness is actually a play on words, right? It's Lyon, France.
So Lyon, France is like the gastronomic capital of all French food in France, and one of my mentors in pastry school was from Lyon as well, so it's a little nod to him. And obviously to the French pastry. It's
wonderful, and like the little women power that you get from Lyoness. I like that a lot. Okay, talk to me about spring baking, key seasonal flavors. What are the things you're playing with right now?
Yeah, so spring is a beautiful season. So many fruits and vegetables and flowers come into bloom, literally. So citrus is a really big one of them. Strawberries and berries start to become in season. Stone fruits like peaches and cherries. So I feel like spring is definitely one of the better seasons to create beautiful desserts and really awesome and unique flavor combinations.
Lots of things to play with, which makes it fun. Are there any trends that you're seeing from what people are requesting from you right now?
So definitely long cakes are a trend.
Okay.
And I think it's so cool. It's a really unique idea because it's a centerpiece basically.
Yeah,
and
good point.
You can top it with whatever, fresh flowers or not, or whatever. You can be as creative as you want with it.
And we are going to get creative with this long cake today, but we cannot make it very far without talking about this like kind of beehive style cake that you've made, which is absolutely gorgeous. Tell me about this.
Yeah, so dome cakes are another really popular cake shape at the moment.
A little bit harder to do, I'd think.
Yeah, it's a little bit harder. The frosting at the dome part is a little bit tricky, could be finicky, but I think overall is cool. And then the wave gives it like a funky vibe, which is so
there's a
cute.
little bit of a like 70s throwback happening here.
Definitely. Yeah. Like all it needs is a disco ball.
And you've done a little bit of that with some edible glitter on top.
Yeah, so I pretty much top all my cakes with edible glitter. I feel like no cake is not finished without a little sparkle.
You and I are cut from the same cloth, my friend. Okay. All right. You brought a demo for us today in that you brought fresh flowers into the studio.
Yeah.
So we've got a rose, we've got a tulip already down, but you're going to show us how to add fresh florals to a cake.
Yeah. So spring is definitely like the perfect time to add fresh florals to a cake, and you can pick whatever color scheme calls to you. I just went with more of a neutral, a little bit of yellow since the cake is lemon.
Oh, lovely.
And so I have some roses here, and the cool thing about a rose is that you can open it up so it can really like look so beautiful.
Gently peel back those petals.
You just want to kind of peel them back like this.
You bet.
So that it's not like all like in the middle. And then once you like the size or the shape, you want to cut the stem to whatever length you want, and then you can just start putting it into your cake.
So you do that so confidently. I don't know that I would know to do that in that corner specifically.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But like when we're playing around with color, I know you've got an artist's eye. Can we use some anthurium? It's so gorgeous.
So we have these beautiful anthuriums. They are a little long, so we want to maybe trim them a bit. And what I like to do is I kind of will grab like, this would probably be like one of the stars of the show just because she's gorgeous.
She is gorgeous.
And then just kind of like play with like where you think it would look good. You want to add some height and some different like elevations to it. So we will just cut a little bit off. And then you never want to put a flower just like this into a cake because it will like leak
I was
water
just wondering.
or
flour taste.
yeah,
Okay.
into your cake. So you always want to protect your cake from the flowers. So you want to get some floral tape.
Gotcha.
And then you can just cut a little piece off. Wrap the bottom of the stem and just twirl it around.
Clever. Okay, and now we've kind of sealed all those
now
juices.
You've sealed it all in, so now it's safe to go into your cake.
Got it.
And then when you are ready to cut your cake, you remove it and you're good to go.
And send somebody home with a bouquet.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna watch you be brave and pick a place for this anthurium.
I kind of like to go heavy off one end and then kind of trickle down.
Gotcha.
So I'll definitely probably put it around this side.
Gorgeous.
Like that.
And we're gonna keep decorating, and you'll see the final touches, y'all, on Instagram. But I wanna make sure that we talk about any tips for easy at-home spring bacon. Food is on the mind, baking. Talk to me about your way of dealing with lemons in a way that like makes the taste of the lemon really stand out.
So lemon is a really beautiful flavor. You definitely want to work with the zest. And when you are zesting a lemon for a cake or any dessert, you want to be very gentle when you zest your lemon, because once you go really hard, you'll zest the white part of the
bitter
skin.
stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you want to be super gentle and always zest it into the sugar. And then you want to rub it with your hands into the sugar, like massage it, because that'll break down the oils and the flavor that's in the skin and really bring out the flavor.
Who knew?
So you'll use way less lemons in your recipe than you'd think.
Doing it into sugar, that makes a lot of sense. Okay,
Yeah.
in the last 15 seconds that we've got, you are looking for a brick and mortar. It's
Yes.
gonna happen in 2026.
Yeah, so this year, Lyoness Pastry will be opening in Austin, Texas. I am super excited about that. We're in the early stages, scouting out locations at the moment, but we hope to be open within the next 6 months, hopefully, and that we all can come try all these beautiful desserts in person. And
Sounds good to me. Crossing my fingers for you. I know you've got
Yes.
showings coming up even in just the next week. So
Yes.
here we go. So cool. And I know people can still order online, right?
Definitely, yes.
Okay.
My orders are open. You can order this exact cake online on my website.
And you know it's going to be absolutely
Exactly.
gorgeous. Karla, thank you so much.
Thank
we
you.
appreciate it. For more information and to order yourself some amazing treats, she's got those big chunky cookies. Look at how good those look. Visit lionnesspastry.com.